Alright, so let's look at exercise 3, question 4. There is a typo. It has got printed as question 2. No, it has to be question 4. So let's make it 4. Right, let's look at what the question is. They have said AB is parallel to CE. That's what these arrowheads mean. Alright. DF is bisecting the angle BDE. So what is DF? DF is this pink line, or rather purple line. So what is this DF doing? It is bisecting the angle BDE. So what is the angle BDE? BDE. So let's locate the angle BDE. Alright. So that's this green angle. So what is this purple line doing to the green angle? The purple line is bisecting the green angle. What does that mean? It cuts the green angle into two equal parts. So if this is Y, this has to be Y. Alright. And we are supposed to find the magnitude of angle FED. So what is FED? Let's locate where FED is. FED, that is this angle, the red angle. That is what we are supposed to find. Alright students, so what's the plan? First of all, check whether are we dealing with an isosceles triangle or an equilateral triangle? No, right? If it's an isosceles triangle, they should have given us that two sides are equal. So we are not looking at an isosceles triangle. So no rule related to isosceles triangles can be applied to this. Then what about applying angles related to parallel lines? Since the up and down lines are parallel, I see a pair of Z angles. Check whether you can see this way. Goes like this, goes like this, and like this. So then what should be this green angle's magnitude? If this is 68, what should be the green angle's magnitude? 68. Why? Because there's a rule which says when the lines are parallel, alternate angles are equal. What is the easy way to remember alternate angles? Z angles. So when the lines are parallel, Z angles are equal. So the green angle is 68 degrees. So if the green angle is 68 degrees, and since DF is bisecting the green angle, each of these Y is got to be 34. 34, 34. 34 and 34 altogether make 68. Right. So we found that. What's next? We can find out what this orange angle's value is. How? We can apply the rule of angles on a straight line. So this 85 and this orange angle together should make 180. So what should be this orange angle's magnitude? 180 minus 85, which is 95. Now, how can we find the question mark or this rectangle? Angles in a triangle add up to 180. So look at this triangle FED. So we know two angles in it. We know 95, we know 34. Then how to find this rectangle's magnitude? Just a matter of subtracting the sum of 95 and 34 from 180. So when we add 95 and 34, 90 and 30, 120, that's 129. 95 and 34 makes 129. Then from 180, when we subtract 129, we get 51. So the rectangle's value is 51 degrees. Alright, so let's write the story now. how did we end up getting 51 degrees? What is the first thing we found out? We found out angle ABD, that is this black angle, and angle BDE, that is the green angle, so are equal. So angle BDE should be equal to angle ABD, which is, what is the angle ABD's value? 68 degrees. 68. Within the brackets we can write the reason. Why are we saying both of these angles got to be equal to each other? Because they are parallel. Because the lines are parallel, the alternate angles got to be equal. So let's write that reason. What are the two parallel lines? AB and CE. So AB parallel CE, comma, therefore alternate angles got to be equal. Therefore alternate angles are or should be equal or are equal. Alright. Then what next? We found out each of these angles to be 34, 34. So angle, what is the 34? That is useful for us, the down 34. So what's that 34's name? FDE. So angle FDE equals, angle FDE equals half of 68. 68 divided by 2, 34. Now why are we saying that pink angle FDE has to be half of 68? Because in the question they have, in the paragraph they have said us DF is bisecting angle BDE. So that's the reason. So DF is bisecting angle BDE. Right. So what was the next thing? After we finding out this to be 34, the next thing we found out was this orange angle here has to be 95. So what's this orange angle's name? That is E or DFE. DFE. DFE equals 180 degrees minus 85. Why? From where does the 180 story come? Because angles on a straight line add up to 180. You can simply say angles on a straight line. So DFE we get as the orange angle's magnitude is 95. Right. So after doing that, the next thing what we did was we said this orange angle 95 degree, the pink angle 34, and the question mark angle, the red angle, all three of them together will make 180. Why? There's a rule which says sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Right? So that's the next rule that we applied. So let's write that story. We'll start with the question mark angle. What's the question mark angle's name? FED. FED plus then the orange angle DEF plus then the pink angle which is 34, the 34 which is at the bottom, that is FDE. FDE. All three of them together should make 180 degrees. Why? Sum of the interior angles in a triangle. Sum of the interior angles in a triangle. So what is FED's value? FED's value is not known. That is what we are supposed to find. We have marked that with a question mark in the diagram. FED. DEF, the orange angle, we know 95, and the pink angle that's at the bottom, that's 34, equals 180. So then we get FED plus, what is 95 plus 34? That's 129. 129 equals 180. Then FED equals 180. The plus 129 goes other side. What does it become? Minus 129. So we get FED as 180 minus 129 is 51 degrees. Alright students, so now if this question comes in the paper 1 or part 1, you don't have to write such a big story. The narration, this big story is not required. You don't have to write all of these. There's no requirement to write all of these. You can simply write the answer. But if this question comes in paper 2, it would be better if you can show your workings like this, right? But don't worry much. Since you're in grade 9, don't worry much about writing all the reasons. It's better. It's ideal if you could write the reasons and present your answer in a very structured manner. But since you're in grade 9, don't worry much about the structure of your answer and writing reasons. When I say don't worry, it's at the exam. At the exam, don't spend too much of time thinking how to structure my answer and how to write reasons, right? So try to come up with a final answer and present your final answer, but it would be ideal if you can present in a structured way like this, all right? But once you go to grade 10 and 11, yes, always your answer structure will be seriously taken into consideration when we are marking papers. But grade 9, teachers tend to show some leniency. All right.